Have you ever stopped to wonder, how did this tiny, nut-hoarding, tree-hopping creature become one of the most adaptable and misunderstood animals in our modern world? Squirrels, adorable neighborhood acrobats, or cunning backyard bandits. The truth is, it's complicated. The story of the squirrel begins over 36 million years ago. These creatures belong to the family Sciuridae, a group that includes over 200 species, from tree squirrels and flying squirrels to ground squirrels and chipmunks. They evolved as arboreal athletes, perfectly engineered for life in the trees. Just look at their bodies. Sharp claws, long toes, bushy tails for balance, and an almost comical, but incredibly effective, tendency to store food like it's the apocalypse. And squirrels aren't just cute, they're ecosystem engineers. Their habit of burying nuts and forgetting them helps forests regenerate. Yep, every time a squirrel forgets its lunch, a tree potentially grows. As humans carved cities out of wilderness, squirrels adapted, and fast. In medieval times, squirrels were actually kept as pets by the elite, especially in Europe and even in colonial America. But with time, the relationship soured. As cities expanded, squirrels became what some would call pests. Was that really fair? In the 19th century, squirrels were intentionally released in urban parks like Boston Common and Central Park. Why? To beautify cities and teach children compassion for nature. Irony much? By the 20th century, they'd mastered the concrete jungle. Streetlights? No problem. Bird feeders? Buffet. They've even learned to look both ways before crossing the street. Seriously. But with urban success comes new dangers. 1. Traffic fatalities. It's estimated that millions of squirrels are killed by vehicles each year in the U.S. alone. 2. Human food dependency. Feeding squirrels might feel kind, but it leads to health issues like obesity, malnutrition, and aggressive behavior. 3. Habitat fragmentation. As forests are chopped into smaller parcels, squirrels face genetic bottlenecks and lose natural corridors. 4. Invasive species. The introduction of gray squirrels to the UK, for example, has devastated native red squirrel populations, a tale of unintended ecological consequence. 5. Rodenticide poisoning. As they nest in attics or chew wires, they're treated as pests, often lethally. But the chemicals used? They ripple up the food chain, harming birds of prey and pets. The squirrel's journey from ancient forest dweller to suburban survivor reflects our complex relationship with nature. We celebrate animals when they entertain us or serve a purpose, but label them nuisances when they defy our control. They didn't ask for bird feeders or highways. They just adapted. So what does our treatment of squirrels say about us? We can't undo the urban sprawl, but we can make coexistence more compassionate. Avoid feeding squirrels junk food. Support native tree planting and green corridors. Drive carefully in wooded areas, especially in fall. Advocate for humane pest control alternatives. Educate others, maybe even by sharing this video. They're fast. They're clever. They're survivors. Next time you see one scurrying across a fence or leaping from branch to branch, remember, you're witnessing a marvel of evolution that's still writing its story. Let's make sure we're part of the chapter that helps, not harms. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of squirrels, give us a like, drop a comment with your favorite squirrel fact, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the wild lives we share our world with. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and watch out for the squirrels.